Hey guys, welcome to Khalida Vlogs, where rumors of my assimilation are greatly exaggerated. We are today working on the achievement Ambassador of the, well, in my case Alliance, but for some of you it will be Horde, and I have done my research, Horde. You will be so happy. So, let's jump right into it. The first one we're going to talk about, I'm not going to go in order on the achievement actually, I'm just going to show you where to go on maps, basically. So the first one we're going to talk about, I'm going to go through all the Horde, and then I'm going to go through all the Alliance. So Horde, your first one is Bilgewater Cartel. Now, unless you've rolled a Goblin, you're not going to be able to do this by doing quests. So your best bet, if you have rolled a Goblin, you're going to obviously start in Kazan, the Lost Isles, and then you'll end up in Durotar. But if you haven't rolled a Goblin, what you need to do is go to Orgrimmar, and you're going to go to where the Flight Master, that's the word I'm looking for, I'm sorry, the Flight Master is. Now, all of the factions, with the exception of Stormwind, you get their tabards from... Oh, I am not on the ball today, I'm sorry. You get the tabards from the quartermasters of the faction, which are always near the flight vendors for that faction's corresponding city. The only exception is Stormwind, and I will get there in a second. So, wherever the flight master is, I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly where it is. I think it's up here, I think. Don't quote me on that. And what you're going to do is, there are 3 quartermasters there. There's the Goblin, the Bilgewater Cartel, Troll for Darkspear Trolls, and an Orc for Orgrimmar. So all 3 quartermasters are there. Grab the corresponding tabard and then just run dungeons. Now, they fixed it, I think in 5.1, or they did it right with 5, which would be Mists. You can run any dungeon with this tabard on and get reputation, and that now includes Burning Crusade dungeons. So throw it on as soon as you roll your character and run a bunch of dungeons. If you're already a max level and you're going for this achievement, your best bet would probably be to just put the tabard on and just run heroics as often as you can for when you're getting gear. You won't get it for doing raids or raid finder, but regular dungeons, regular and heroic dungeons will do it. So that's how you get Goblin. The next one we're going to do is Darkspear Trolls. Darkspear Trolls, so again, assuming you haven't rolled a troll, all of these are going to be assuming you haven't rolled that particular faction, in which case you start from a higher level rep. You are going to start, fly to Echo Isles and do the troll starting area quests, and then work your way through Durotar. Any quests that, and actually this is true for goblins, any goblins, mostly, any quests that you get from trolls will give you Darkspear Trolls rep. Obviously for Horde. Goblins, I don't think it works that way because you have all of the regular goblin factions like Everlook and Ratchet and Booty Bay and all of that. And then if you can't get them too exalted, grab the tabard, which is again by the flight vendor, or by the flight master in the quartermasters, by the flight master in Orgrimmar, and do dungeons. Orgrimmar, if you're going for that, you're going to start in Valley of the Trials, which, oh, I can zoom in, I didn't realize I could do this. You're going to start in Valley of the Trials, do all the quests, and any quests that you get from an orc will give you Orgrimmar rep. And then we're going to go to Silvermoon. No, that's not the right one. Here we go. This is where I want. So you're going to go, I should mention, this is a Burning Crusade starting zone. You cannot fly. You will have to mount. You're going to go to Sunstrider Isle. I believe you start at the Sunspire. Do all the quests in here. Any quests that you get from a Blood Elf will give you Silvermoon City rep, and the quartermaster is near the flight vendor, which is just outside of Silvermoon City. Thunderbluff. Thunderbluff is in Mulgore, and you're going to go to Camp Narash, and then again you'll get the tabard from the quartermaster near the flight master in Thunderbluff, and any quests that you get from a Tauren will give you Thunderbluff rep. And the last one is Undercity. Undercity, you go to Tirisfal Glades to Deathnell, do the quests in there, and then again, any quests that you get from Undead will help you. So if you're going, this is a really easy achievement to get if you're going for Lore Master. So you do all the quests in this zone, and especially for ones where the city, especially in Tirisfal and Silvermoon Eversong Woods and Ghostlands for Blood Elf. They're the only race that is going to be giving you quests. Oh, and you just heard my phone go off. I usually am pretty good about muting it the last few ones, but I forgot for this one. Yeah, so if you're doing the starting zone, the whole area, you'll probably get very close to Exalted. And then again, go near the Flight Master, which is just outside in here, I believe. Like this little dot here where where the Zeppelins are, I believe. I think there's a Flight Master in here though too. And he'll get the tabard, and you can just queue up for dungeons and get it that way. So that is Horde taken care of, and now we are going to do Alliance. And the first one we're going to talk about is Worgen. Now, unless you roll, just like Goblin, unless you roll a Worgen, you're not going to be able to do any of the starting quest areas. So grab the tabard from the Flight vendor in the Flight Master in Darnassus, and there are two here, Night Elf and Worgen, and do the dungeons. The next one is Gnome, and Gnome, you will start in New Tinkertown, which is this little area here, and you'll start within the dungeon Gnomeregan. You'll do this little area here, and then eventually it'll lead you to Karanos, or Karanos probably. This is one like Gnomeregan and Ironforge are kind of the same as Orgrimmar and Darkspear Trolls in that they both start in the same zone, so you're going to get a lot of mixture of reputations. So if you get the quests from a gnome in this case, you'll get Gnomeregan rep. If you get the quests from a dwarf, you'll get Ironforge rep. And then near the Flight Master here are the two Quartermasters, the Gnomeregan one and the Ironforge one, so grab the tabard and do dungeons when you've done all the quests that you think you can handle. So actually, I'll do Ironforge at the same time. So you will start in Coldridge Valley? Yeah, Coldridge Valley, and then you'll work your way to Karanos and onward. Lochmodon will also give you Dwarf and Gnome Rep. Stormwind City. Stormwind City you will get in Elwyn Forest. You go to Northshire, and then you get down to Goldshire and you go to Stormwind. The Flight Master is here up the ramp. You want to go just at the bottom. The Quartermaster is where you get the tabard. We did Ironforge. Exeter is the next one, and that one we go back over here. You will start in Ammonvale, the Draenei starting area. Again, this is a Burning Crusade starting zone, so you can't fly. You have to mount. And then you can also go up to Blood Mistile, but the Quartermaster is right beside the Flight Master in Exeter. And the last one is Darnassus. So Darnassus, you are going to be a Night Elf, or, that's what the race is. Go to Shadowglen to start it, and then work your way to Darnassus. Again, the Quartermaster is right beside the Flight Master to get the tabard and do dungeons, and any quests that are given to you by a Night Elf will give you Darnassus rep. In terms of faction transferring, the ones that are kind of the equivalents, so if you kind of want to know what the equivalents are, Bilgewater Cartel and Gilneas, Darkspear Trolls and Gnomeregan, Orgrimmar and Stormwind, Silvermoon City and Exeter, Thunderbluff and Ironforge, and Undercity and Darnassus, pretty much. So this is a really quick video. Doing this achievement, assuming you have not done any achievements or any reputations before, will get you the reputation to Exalted and 5 reputations to Exalted. It'll actually get you 6. And you will get the title Ambassador, and this is also good for helping you go on your way to the Crusader title, where you need Exalted with every one of your starting 5 factions. You don't need Bilgewater Cartel and Gilneas, obviously, because they didn't exist in this expansion, but get you also, once you represent them, you'll get the titles of Gnomeregan, of Ironforge, of Stormwind, of the Exeter, of Darnassus, etc. Hope that was helpful. Like and subscribe if you feel so inclined, and leave your comments in the comments below. Have a beautiful day.